Don't be, don't be morosed. And when I opened my eyes, I saw Gaur Sundar and slowly disappeared. The mysterious activities of the Supreme Lord are very difficult to understand. When Vishwarup would come to our house, for the association, we would discuss Krishna Katha. We are all enchanted by his beauty. He must be some, we do not know. He must be a great personality. So likewise, people, what is that? Devotees were thinking he's actually a great devotee, but what is that? Nobody ever thought he's the Supreme Lord. He's the Supreme Personality of God. Advaitacharya said, yes, his lineage is great. Grandson of Nilambar Chakravarti and son of Jagannath Mishra. The whole family is, they're all scholars, great devotees. So for him to turn like, for him to become a great devotee is not astonishing. So that's what Advaitacharya told devotees. But anyway, they all forgot their lamentation for oil, and what they did Nam Sankirtan. So, and somebody said, now Nimai Pandit has become a great devotee. He'll spread the holy name to each and everyone. He will give it to everyone. He'll give it to atheists also. He'll transform their hearts. And what is that? And whenever Vishwambar would meet the devotees on the street, he would fall at their feet and ask for blessings. He was so humble. All with the holy name. His mouth was decorated with holy name. All the time he would chant the holy name. When he would chant all the holy, he would chant all the time, any senior devotees, Srivas, anybody, he would offer obeisances and they would give blessings. What is that? May you develop unflinching devotion to without devotion to Krishna, physical beauty, money, opulence, reputation, power, and position, they're useless, very temporary. Krishna is the father, Krishna is the mother, Krishna is our life savior. Bhakti is eternal. Service to Krishna is eternal. So we bless you with all this wonderful, and we would feel very happy with the devotees' blessings. Then what you would do? By your grace, by your mercy, devotees, I would continue to perform bhakti. I need your grace. What is that? You are devotees of Krishna. You give, because you have Krishna, you give Krishna to others. Because you have Krishna, you give Krishna to others. So I need your blessings. He was so humble. And he pleased all the devotees with his humility. He would do service. He would do humble and menial service. He would wash their clothes. He would do their, he would do their work a little bit here and there. He would help them in their household chores. What is that? So by doing this, like you would fetch water from Ganga and bring it to the devotees. You would pluck the flowers and give it to them. You would wash their dhotis and give it to them. In other words, he's telling, if you do this thing, if you do these two things, what are the two things? Chant the holy name and Vaishnava Seva. If you chant the holy name and do Vaishnava Seva, you will attain the grace of Krishna. You know, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came as a devotee to train others how to practice bhakti towards Krishna, right? Is Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya, Namne Gaurati Senma. You know, so when we render service to Krishna, sorry, devotees, Krishna is very pleased. When we offend devotees, Krishna is very upset. Devotees, say, what happened to Duryodhana family? They were all wiped out. Why? Because Duryodhana offended Krishna's dear devotees. Offended Krishna's dear devotees. So so devotees were very happy, very impressed with his humility and service attitude, and they blessed. Worship the Lord, sweet of Krishna. Remember only Krishna. Always chant his holy name. May Sri Krishna be as dear to you as your very life. Always repeat Lord Krishna's name. Become his dedicated menial servant. May only Lord Krishna be manifest within your heart. And may your association free us from all the suffering. So the devotees were very happy to be in his company. And they were very, very, very joyous in his company. But as I said before, they felt his ecstasies, his horripilation, his shivering. They thought, what is that? This is uncommon. He must be a great personality. Somebody thought maybe Sukadeva Goswami descended. Somebody thought maybe Prahlad descended. Somebody thought maybe he's an incarnation of Krishna. But nobody could guess, is Krishna himself. But what happened? Because of the kirtan, Navadvip was filled with atheists also. The atheists, they started talking bad of bad of devotees. These guys, they don't have anything, they don't have any work to do day and night. They thought, what is this sound? We'll end up in problems. Whenever he would hear this type of thing, when devotees would hear, they would feel very sad. Because devotees were less in number. That time, the Supreme Lord, he would become very angry. He would become very angry and he would start roaring. I will destroy all the atheists. I will destroy all the atheists. But as a devotee, when he would come in front of everyone, he was so humble. He was very, very humble. So he was with the mixed feelings, actually. He was going through mixed feelings. When he saw the distress the devotees were undergoing, he would become angry. But otherwise, actually, he came to experience Radha Bhav, right? That intense feelings of separation from Krishna. Krishna Varnam Tvisa Krishna. Is Krishna, but his color is not Krishna. Tvisa Krishna. Why? His color is Radharani's color. When Krishna left for Vrindavan, Gopis and Radharani, they went to the forest, cried for a month. They kept on crying, they didn't do anything. There is, Radharani's intense separation from Krishna is called Madanakya Mahabhava. Nobody could ever display that. Only she has that. So, what is that? Then Krishna sent Uddhava. So Uddhava thought Krishna is sending me to convey the message. But when Uddhava saw his gopis' intense feelings of separation, wow, what is this? I was with, I was always with Krishna in Dwarka. I'm actually now always with Krishna in Mathura. Uddhava was with Krishna all the time. But the uncommon expressions exhibited by gopis was never seen. Ooh, what is this? Wow. So what is that? Then Uddhava went to Uddhav Kund. And this is very exalted. It was, no one has ever exhibited this type of feelings. Gopis exhibit, especially Radharani. Then Krishna, Uddhava did tapasya in Uddhav Kund. Krishna appeared. So what do you want? My Lord, they are so exalted. Especially when somebody is better than us, we become envious. Right? But Uddhava was not like that. Uddhava was not like that. Uddhava became humble. And Uddhava became blade of grass, Gulmalata. Gulmalata Oshadinam in the Kusum Saror area. So Lord Chaitanya, when he descended, that was his mood. Intense feelings of separation of gopis. Intense feelings of separation of gopis. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is... So, what is that? So, when he would exhibit his qualities, it's actually beyond description. At home, he would cry whole night. You cannot cry whole night. Day and night crying only. Sometimes he would climb the tree. When devotees are there, they would chant the holy name. It's okay for him. When he would go home, always like this. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? He would climb the tree, crying. He would embrace the tree. And he would be sitting on the tree. And from there, third, he would fall down. Nothing happened, nothing. Yes. When he would feel separation, the shivering, even 100 devotees would come and catch him, they cannot stop. Sometimes his body would become like rock hard. Sometimes it would become like soft like butter. Sometimes it would crash on the ground, no life air. As the earthquake would come, he would fall like that. And, what is that? He would roar. Just by his roaring, he would bring devotees from cycle of birth and death outside. Means he would, whoever would hear, would destroy all the impurities in their heart. Wow. So Mother Sachi thought, devotees started glorifying him, maybe Sukadeva Goswami, he may be, what is that, Prahlad, or ladies, Vaishnavi ladies, Vaishnavas, wives, Vaishnavis said, no, he may be incarnation of Krishna. But Mother Sachi she understood. One day he came in home, not that, he would show very exalted behavior outside at home, no family, nothing. Same thing, like this. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And you'd cry. And a flood. She thought, wow, what a great personality appeared in my home. You don't see that type of crying, where you'll be flooded. And I don't have my husband, my son, all the children died. Okay, these two boys were born, and what that husband, that boy also took sannyas. The only one left over is him. Will he leave the home or what? And everyone said, your son is behaving like this because of his distorted life airs. His life airs were distorted. Somebody said, give him ghee, Shiva ghee. Some people said, bathe him this many pots of water. So she was, what to do? One day she called Shrivas. Shrivas, please come, Shrivas. Everyone is telling my son has, this air disorder, life air disorder. Everyone is telling they were distorted. That's why he's behaving like a crazy man. So Shrivas came. Shrivas couldn't believe his eyes. Wow. It's a continuous crying, shivering, that intense Mahabhava. Madanakya Mahabhava. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? And suddenly he would crash on the ground. So Shrivas came. Shrivas, wow, what is this? Then Lord Chaitanya, and then Shambhar asked, everyone is telling I have a wind air disorder. Is that true? And when he saw Shrivas, he became a little composed. Shrivas said, definitely not. What you have now, Brahma and Shiva are looking for that type of, this type of thing no one has ever seen, no one has ever exhibited. Vishwambar said, thank you. Because you are telling, so he touched his feet. Devotee, right, is behaving, Lord Ram always would behave like a Dashraddhanandan Ram. Ram also would become internal. I am Supreme Lord. But Ram, most of the time, he came to show example, came as Maryada Purushottam. So Lord Ram, when he would deal with outside world, what is Ram's recognition? Dashraddhanandan Ram. I'm like a son, daughter of Kausalya, son of Kausalya, and Dasharath. Dasharath was very attached to him. Likewise, Gaurlila, Lord Chaitanya, you see this whole thing throughout. When he would become normal, I am humble devotee. I am servant of servant. Dasana Das. But when he is internal, he came to exhibit, what is that? Two things. But one is to, of course, Yuga Dharma. Second thing is to experience Radha Bhav. 360 internal reasons, external reasons, right? So, what is that? He came to do both. He did both. So Shiva said, wow. He went and told Sachimata, your son doesn't have wind order. what your son is exhibiting, and that love of God, the topmost love of God, that's what Brahma wants, that's what Shiva wants. Now your son is absolutely all right. Still Mother Sachi was, if he's all right, hopefully he'll stay home, hope he'll not leave. That is her worry. But in all, last week I was telling, sometimes she would bring the wife, Vishnupriya. But, there is no, the time has come for him to declare the divinity, uh, so he came for a purpose, 1 minute. One day what happened? He went to Advaitacharya home. Home. So in Advaitacharya home, there was a kirtan. When he saw the kirtan, Lord Chaitanya would exhibit ecstasy, Mahabhava. He would never sleep, always chant the holy name. And the transformations he would go through his body, as I said before, he would jump up in there and he would crash. Normal. Then suddenly his body was like, it would become a rock. And after some time, it would become like a soft butter. And when he would roar, it would break the eardrums. But then, when he would cry, there is. I went to Gaya. While coming back on the way, I saw this beautiful boy. He was wearing Gunjamala garland, and he was wearing, Karnikara flowers in his hair. That a beautiful turban. He has a color like bluish black monsoon cloud. He was wearing yellow pitambar. And the flute is so wonderful. It is very difficult to describe the beauty of the flute. Very difficult to describe the beauty. So when I was walking, he saw me, he started coming close to me. He came and embraced me. But I don't know what he feared. He disappeared. Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is? Then he would cry and just shivering. Devotees would catch hold of him. 1,000 devotees. But that shaking, no one can stop. And then he fainted. When he fainted, Advaitacharya was watching this whole thing. Suddenly, Advaitacharya from inside, hey, this is the one. He is the answer to my prayer. Wow, how long you will cheat? So many days you have cheated. Then Advaitacharya recognized. Advaitacharya recognized immediately what he did. He went and he brought all the paraphernalia. And Advaitacharya is the one who recognized first. And he started doing arti. He brought all the paraphernalia, incense, ghee lamp, all the paraphernalia, and he started doing arti. Gadadhar Pandit was there. And Advaitacharya. And it is not justified on your part to treat a young lad like that, a young man like that. You are very old. Because by the time Lord Chaitanya appeared, Advaitacharya was 50 plus. So he must be now 70 plus actually. Advaitacharya said, how long do you consider him a young man, young boy? And so whom do you think? So he's Krishna. Advaitacharya said, yes. He's cheating me all these days, hiding. He's hiding. And then he thought, my Lord, thank you very much for us. So then suddenly, so he started doing Arti, Vishwambar, Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat. He got up. So he got up, he said, no, I'm your servant, He started offering prayers. He started offering prayers, He started offering prayers. I'm your servant, my Lord, you have created this creation, you're the beginning, you're the end, you're the middle, by your will, you will manifest this creation, by your will, you will unmanifest this creation. So Advaitacharya telling him, actually, Gaurasundar was very happy. But when he fully became conscious, then he said, no, I'm your servant, I'm das, I need your blessings. How long will cheat? Okay, now I'll tell you. You have descended. Advaitacharya thought in his mind, you have descended to this world on my request. So, you love your devotees, your Bhaktavatsal, your savior of devotees. So I want to test you. I will go to Santipur and I'll stay there. So if you're really Gaurasundar, if you're really Krishna himself, you will somehow pull me back, and make me your servant. So Advaitacharya, thinking like that, what he did, silently left Navadvip and went to Santipur to another home. Then what is that? So Advaitacharya understood. But the devotees not yet. One day, so he was thinking, the atheists, they were, the atheists started talking. This Srivas, nowadays, don't know what happened to Srivas. Crazy. So all this Mrudanga, Kirtans, and because that time Muslim rule was there, creating so much nonsense. So what's, India is known for, spreading rumors, right? He got a message, somebody is, the king has dispatched 200 soldiers in 2 boats, only to arrest all these, Kirtan members, all the Kirtaniyas. So our village is going to be ruined because of the Srivas and his brothers. We should catch Srivas and throw in the waters, Ganga. Then we'll know that is the end of all the problems. Another person said, why should we worry about when the soldiers come, we'll hand over Srivas to them. He is the guy. We are very good only. So different people start. And another guy said, we do not know what has happened to these guys. Day and night they keep on kirtan. I was talking, Gaurasundar, Vishwambar came out. He said, wow, he came out. See how fearlessly he's walking like a king. He is the reason for all these things. So devotees developed respect. Devotees were so much in reverence. And the atheists, they were still against. So Vishwambar went to the Ganga and he saw so many cows. They came. Some cows were playing in the Ganga. Some cows were, they were butting their horns, and some cows were like, the cows were drinking the milk. When he saw that, he was in that mood. And he ran into Shiva's home and he kicked the door. Again and again. Shivas, I'm he. Shivas actually, Shivas was worshipping Narsinghdev. So Shivas started shivering. You don't recognize? Because of your call, because of Advaitacharya call, I was sleeping on the milk ocean, and because of your call, I appeared. I'm he. Offer prayers. And he looked. He manifested. He manifested Krishna form. So when he manifested, she was shocked. Wow, she has started offering prayers. You know, actually that day she was offered the prayers offered by Brahma in 10th canto to Krishna. He offered that type of prayers actually. You know, 1 minute. Let me see that. You know, he offered the prayers. So he offered the prayers. What are the prayers he offered? O Lord, you are eternally worshipable Supreme Personality of Godhead. Your complexion is dark blue like monsoon cloud. The color of your cloth is brilliant yellow like flash of lightning. Wild flowers and gunja earrings decorate your ears, and peacock feather adorns your crown. Your face looks so exquisite, enhanced by gently swaying flower garland hanging around your neck. You stand beautifully with a morsel of food in your hand. Your mouth is smeared with a curd that you have just eaten. Actually, no, Brahma, when Brahma was taught lesson, Brahma came down and he saw Krishna holding the butter. It's not butter, sorry. What is that? Yogurt rice Krishna was holding. So then Brahma started, first describes the beauty of Krishna, and you're the Supreme Lord Vishnu, you're the Lord Krishna, you're the Lord of all sacrifices, you're the holiest of the rivers. The Ganga has sprung out from your lotus feet. You're the life and beloved son of Janak Maharaj, Sri Ramchandra. Your Lord Narsimhadev, and Lord Brahma and Lord Shiva are like bumblebees searching for honey at your lotus feet. You're the knower and compeller of Vedas. You're the Supreme Lord Narayana. You paid as Vamana to take Bali Maharaj, your Lord Haigriva. You're the soul of the universe. And your Lord Jagannath, the moon of Nilachal. You're the ultimate cause of all causes. Is there anyone who is not subordinate to your energies? Whether it be your insurmountable mental energy or internal spiritual energy, even Lakshmi Devi is not fully aware of your glories, even though she is your constant companion. Anantasesh, who acts as your friend, companion, brother, who serves you in every respect, is even subjected to your illusory potency. What to speak of others? You have placed me into the condition of family life, which is a dark well of forgetfulness. My rarely attained human form, human birth, has been wasted because I could not recognize you in various ways. You have deluded me, my lord. So I'm putting nice clothes and performing the pastimes of scholarship. I have a problem. I couldn't recognize you. Please forgive me. Now I have met you. I will disregard all my fears. All my sorrows and sufferings have vanished. My life has begun. My day has come. My whole life and all my endeavors have now become successful. My good fortune has arisen in my heart. My forefathers have been liberated. My horse has been satisfied. My eyes have never been blessed with such a wonderful sight as I am seeing today. I see him with the lotus feet, with the lotus feet. These lotus feet are worshipped by Sri Rama, So Srivas Thakur, so what he did, he glorified, when Lord Chaitanya was sitting on the throne, she offered the prayers of 10th canto, prayers by Brahma, my Lord, you appeared as Ramchandra, you appeared as Narsingadev, you appeared as Ramchandra to kill Ravana, you appeared as Narsingadev to kill Hiranyakashipu and protect Prahlad. Nobody knows the end of your glories. Anantasesh can count practically every grain of sand on the earth, but he cannot count number of glories that the pastimes you perform in one day. So you expose these, even Anantasesh, Balramji also, sometimes they are bewildered. So who knows about you? Nobody knows about you. Only you know yourself through your internal energy, So Sriva started offering prayers. When Sriva offered prayers, Lord Chaitanya was very happy. He was extremely happy. And what he did, he brought all the paraphernalia and he did Arati actually. So in Navadvip, Shiva Sangan is actually Vrindavan. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu performed so many pastimes in the home of Shiva Thakur. Shiva is actually incarnation of Narada Muni. In Panchatattva, Lord Chaitanya is actually Krishna himself, and Nityananda Prabhu is Balramji, and Advaitacharya is Sadasiva and Mahavishnu combined. Actually Mahavishnu, but there is also Sadasiva, but basically Mahavishnu. So these three are considered Vishnu Tattva in Panchatattva. But other two, Gadadhar Pandit is actually Dyuti, the effulgence of Radharani, and basically Radharani. And Srivas Thakur is actually Narada Muni, So Panchatattvatmakam Krishnam Bhaktarupa Surpakam Bhaktavataram Bhaktakyam Namami Bhakta Shaktikam. So what is that? Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came to perform pastimes in this world. And what he did, Sangopangastra Parshadam, he brought his associates. Especially Nityananda Prabhu and Advaitacharya, they would preach. Even Gadadhar Pandit also, she was also everyone. But the main was Nityananda Prabhu and Advaitacharya. So what is that? They would practice, they would set an example, and they would preach. So Gaurangira Sangigane Nitya Siddha Korimati. So all the associates of Lord Chaitanya are eternal liberated souls. So he brought them to this world to show us how to practice bhakti and how to give bhakti to others. It's very important. So what we will do, actually today I'm very busy. So what we will do is next week we'll continue on this. Lord Chaitanya's, Srivas Thakur worshipping Lord Chaitanya. And this is the first time he revealed his divinity. This is the first time he revealed. That point onwards, devotees started, they would consider him as because he revealed, his Krishna form. Sometimes he would show 400 Vishnu Narayana form. He would reveal Krishna form. He did the same thing to, what is his name? Saram Bhattacharya also. So when he would reveal, he would accept the worship from devotees. But when he would become normal, same again, where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? Where is Krishna? These two things are there. So this is what I can speak today, and we'll continue with the next week. And if I've spoken anything wrong, please do excuse me as your humble servant. And we'll continue next week. Dandavat Pranam Hare Krishna. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Dandavat. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Dandavat Pranam.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Thank
Prabhuji.
you
Thank
so
you
much.
so much. Dandavat.